The extraordinary life journey of Amelia Earhart, the woman who refused to stay grounded. Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a legend? Not because you lived a long life, but because you dared to chase a dream that most people thought was impossible. Today, I want to tell you the incredible story of Amelia Earhart, a woman who didn't just break records, she shattered barriers, inspired millions, and left behind one of history's greatest mysteries. Amelia Earhart was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas. From the very beginning, she wasn't like most children of her time. While many girls were expected to behave politely and stay indoors, Amelia loved climbing trees, exploring the outdoors, and taking on adventures that made people question her. She didn't let society decide what she could or couldn't do. Even as a little girl, she believed life was meant to be explored. Her childhood wasn't always easy. Her family struggled financially, and her father's battle with alcoholism created instability at home. Those difficult years taught Amelia an important lesson: life rarely goes according to plan, but you can always choose how to respond. Instead of giving up, she became stronger, more independent, and more determined to create her own future. During World War I, Amelia volunteered as a nurse's aide in Canada, caring for wounded soldiers. Seeing young men return from war with life-changing injuries deeply affected her. It also introduced her to military pilots and airplanes. Every time she watched an aircraft fly overhead, something inside her came alive. She didn't fully realize it yet, but her destiny was waiting in the sky. Everything changed in 1920 when Amelia took her very first airplane ride. The flight lasted only about 10 minutes, but by the time the plane landed, she knew her life would never be the same. She later said that as soon as they left the ground, she knew she had to fly. Learning to fly wasn't easy. Flying lessons were expensive, and few people believed women belonged in aviation. Amelia worked several jobs, saved every dollar she could, and finally enrolled in flight training. Her instructor, Netta Snook, became one of the first women to teach her how to fly. Amelia bought a bright yellow airplane she lovingly nicknamed the Canary. She practiced constantly, improving her skills every chance she got. In 1922, she flew to an altitude of 14,000 feet, setting a world record for female pilots at the time. It was only the beginning. In 1928, Amelia's life changed forever when she was invited to become the first woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean by airplane. Although she wasn't the pilot during that historic flight, newspapers across America celebrated her achievement. Overnight, Amelia Earhart became a national hero. But she knew something important: she wanted to earn her place in history through her own flying. She didn't stop there. In 1932, Amelia accomplished what many believed was impossible. She became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Battling freezing temperatures, dangerous storms, mechanical problems, and exhaustion, she safely landed in Northern Ireland after nearly 15 hours in the air. That flight made her an international superstar. People admired her courage, determination, and fearless spirit. She proved that women could achieve anything if they were given the opportunity. But Amelia wasn't chasing fame. She was chasing freedom. She spent the next several years setting speed records, distance records, and promoting aviation. More importantly, she became one of the strongest voices encouraging women to pursue careers they loved, even if society told them otherwise. She often reminded people that courage wasn't the absence of fear, it was the willingness to act despite fear. Amelia married publisher George Putnam, but their relationship was unique for its time. Before getting married, she wrote him a remarkable letter explaining that she wanted an equal partnership, not a traditional marriage where one person controlled the other. That letter reflected exactly who Amelia was: independent, honest, and determined to live life on her own terms. By 1937, Amelia was ready for the greatest challenge of her life. She announced an ambitious plan to fly around the world near the equator, a journey of nearly 29,000 miles. It would be one of the longest and most dangerous flights ever attempted. Her navigator, Fred Noonan, joined her for the expedition. Together they crossed South America, Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and Australia. Despite weather challenges and mechanical problems, they successfully completed most of the journey. Millions of people followed every update, cheering for their success. Then came the final stretch. On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan departed from Lae, New Guinea, heading toward tiny Howland Island in the Pacific Ocean. The island was so small it was incredibly difficult to find, even under ideal conditions. As the flight continued, radio messages indicated they were having trouble locating the island. Amelia reported running low on fuel. Communication became weaker and weaker. Then, silence. The airplane disappeared. Despite one of the largest search operations in history, no confirmed trace of Amelia Earhart or Fred Noonan was ever found. Their disappearance became one of the greatest mysteries the world has ever known. For decades, researchers, historians, and explorers have searched for answers. Some believe the plane crashed into the Pacific Ocean after running out of fuel. Others think they landed on a remote island and survived for some time. New discoveries continue to spark debate, but no theory has been proven beyond doubt. Ironically, the mystery that ended Amelia's journey made her legend even greater. But if we only remember Amelia Earhart because she disappeared, we miss the real story. Her true legacy isn't about the final flight. It's about every barrier she broke before it. She inspired generations of women to become pilots, engineers, astronauts, scientists, and leaders. She showed the world that courage isn't reserved for a select few, it belongs to anyone willing to pursue an impossible dream. Her influence can still be seen today in every woman who steps into a cockpit, every young girl who dreams without limits, and every person who refuses to let fear define their future. Amelia once said, "The most effective way to do it is to do it." Those words continue to inspire millions around the world. Whenever I think about Amelia Earhart, I don't picture the mystery surrounding her final flight. I picture a fearless young woman looking toward the sky, refusing to accept the limits others placed on her. She reminds us that life isn't measured by how safely we stay on the ground, but by how boldly we're willing to chase our dreams. Even after nearly a century, Amelia Earhart remains more than a pioneering pilot. She represents courage, resilience, curiosity, and hope. Her airplane may have vanished into history, but her spirit never disappeared. Legends don't live forever because of how they die. They live forever because of how they inspire the world to dream bigger.